Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. This is why I go live early, so I don't do scripts like that. How are you guys doing? Assuming there's anybody in the chat here. Probably just me at this moment in time. Just means I get to let loose. Just imagine the Kevin Bacon theme tune playing now, you know, the let loose theme tune. Let's get the game loaded up. And we'll go from there, really. How you doing there, Van Bishop? Good to have you, my dude. Much later time than normal, actually. So, hey, makes a bit of a difference, hey? Looking forward, though. Really looking forward to playing out the French forces. I do have 2 French scenarios here to play, which is going to be really cool. There we go. I do hope you're all having a happy Halloween. Oof. We'll get going here just shortly. How you doing there, Arno? We'll begin live here just a few moments. I was going to see if I can actually get the soundtrack up in the background, to be honest. There we go, close Facebook as well, that'll help. Oh dear. Okay, awesome. Found what I was looking for. Okay, we'll be ready in just a moment. Sweet, there we go. Loving this theme track. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies about that, and we are now ready and good to go. And the time is now 9 PM, so I'd like to say a big welcome here, ladies and gentlemen, to Armoured Brigade. Now, we do get to experience the beauty that is the French and Belgium DLC forces here, which is going to be really nice. Nice to see another expansion here to Armoured Brigade. The game is really one of my favourites, I've got to say. But I tell you, one of the things I really do enjoy about the game most of all is just this incredible art here. Absolutely incredible art. I mean, I love the perspective. It really does remind me of the film War Games. I just love that. Absolutely love that. We do have a number of scenarios here to play, so I'm looking forward to getting into it, and I hope you guys are as well. Do let me know what you think about the music. I'm going to be playing the main menu music throughout. I could reduce the volume a little bit. It's just nice to have something in the background, you know. Okay. Now we do have the single missions over here. We have Hell's Gate, and we do have Distant Rumble. We will, of course, be playing as the French forces over here, which is going to be a very interesting challenge. The reason being, we also do have a thin red line here as the Belgian forces. The French are going to be very interesting. They do have a very different approach in terms of doctrine. They're not quite as heavily armoured. They are fairly well armed, but it's going to be interesting. Now, what I'm going to do here is let you guys decide which scenario we play first of all. So we do have Hell's Gate, which takes place in May 1976. A strong Soviet offensive in the spring of 1976 forced NATO forces to eventually cede ground to the fall to Gap. French forces were ordered to stand fast and hold the Denver defense line as long as possible, buying time for the US and West German forces to retreat back to the Fargo line. There, once reinforced and refitted, they could hope to blunt the depleted Soviet vanguard. After 5 days of ceaseless combat and difficult weather conditions, the French situation became untenable and a withdrawal was ordered. After receiving several reports of Soviet units advancing from the southeast, Lieutenant Colonel Piaton felt compelled to use the remnants of the 30th Regiment de Dragoons, so the 30th Dragoon Regiment, as a flank guard facing east. The troops moved out towards their intended position at night in difficult road and weather conditions. The rain turned the streams into raging torrents, and the column meandered for kilometers down a deeply rutted track, sometimes vanishing into a vast marshy and muddied morass. As the regimental rear elements approached the village, they were surprised by a strong though disorganized Soviet force of 2 to 3 motorized rifle battalions, plus a tank battalion support, soon to be en route to attack the flank and rear of the 7th Division over here. Compressed into a narrow area, unit after unit was channeled across the only existing bridge, which was under heavy artillery fire. The corridor was just 4 kilometers in diameter, without much room to maneuver. Once seen as a viable escape route, it became known as the Gates of Hell. Various soldier diaries describe a gloomy scene. Fires caused by the Soviet night bombing destroyed or abandoned vehicles on muddy roads, and wounded men and disorganized units everywhere. Piaton elected to stay behind with a rear guard of 100 or so men. The remaining combined strength of the 1st and 4th Escadron? I'm going to say squadrons. Their mission was to conduct a fighting withdrawal, cross the bridge before dawn and establish defensive positions. Okay, so that's quite interesting. I don't know if I'll read the entirety of the other one. Let's see how long it is. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and read that. So this scenario does take place early in the actual timeline. I don't know if there's actually a unified timeline here. Would be really interested to see some sort of alternate history timeline here, but we'll say this one takes place in 1969. Following a brief barrage, elements of 3 divisions of the Soviet 32nd Army Corps began a reconnaissance in force on the 19th of August. Company-sized Soviet armored mechanized forces, both with and without artillery support, infiltrated under cover of bad weather. Supported by artillery and aviation, by the end of the day they had penetrated several kilometers. The Belgians and French resisted strongly in all sectors, defending outlying villages and road intersections. By nightfall, the 32nd Army Corps had been contained along the line here. By the following morning, the distant rumble had turned into a crescendo of fire, as the entire sector erupted where the Belgians had least suspected it. After probing attacks the day before, the Soviets launched an all-out attack across the salient. Held by a company of French paratroopers and an AMX-13 light tank company. That's a good one there, Van Bishop. Yeah, I suppose this is one of these things, isn't it? I imagine you could probably edit this in some way, shape, or form. Now, this one sounds rather interesting. This one is very much a small French force acting as a rear guard. We'd be looking to cross the bridge and set up defensive positions, which is rather interesting, actually. This one's a little bit more, I mean, this one is definitely defensive. I mean, they're both defensive here. But this is in 1976, and this is in 1969. So a good few years different there. I think what we'll do then is we'll attempt to play through the Hell's Gate scenario. And I don't know how we're going to go. And usually I would give the USSR additional training and morale, but I'm not going to do that this time around. Mostly because I usually get my arse handed to me. There we go, we have one of the developers in chat. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for creating a superb product. Looking forward to this. So what we're going to do here then is always play the enemy sounds. I'm going to leave this as is, as I don't want to lose too badly here. Okay. So let's take a look at what we actually have here in the Hell's Gate scenario. Alright, that's good. That's very good to know there. Do there be an option? Okay. So we do have a bridge. Well, I suppose you could call it a bridge. There is a stream here by the looks. We do have a village over here. We do have the main road leading out of here with the main bridge there. Okay. We do have some ML 90s over here. See, this is what I love about the French, is they have usually relatively low amount of armor, but usually fairly good guns. We do have deployment zone here as well. Let's see. These forces are locked over here. Do we have anything free to deploy? It does not appear so. So what we need to do then is really try to make a very speedy progression here towards the actual village. I suppose we'll call it the town. We'll say the town, but I suppose. The Soviets will be coming. Let's take a look at the actual isometric view of the map here then. That's a good question for the developers there. Okay. We do have a nice advantage here. The AMLs over here potentially might be fairly useful. It looks like they could have a good line of sight down here. The Soviets will be heading uphill. So ideally we'll be able to take advantage of that. I think the best thing we could do here then is just try to make it towards the actual town really ASAP. The armored forces will be able to do that. I think what we might be able to do then is potentially have the mortars, and these guys are, well, they're not going to be moving too quickly, are they? We do have the EBRs over here. I love these things. And look at that, it has a 90mm gun there. They've only got 40mm of armor. These guys, 40mm of armor. The AMX 30 over here. Not bad, I mean 165mm of armor. It's not bad, you know what I mean? Not terrible. They do have the 105 guns, and it looks like they are actually equipped with night vision, which is actually very good there. Okay, I'm quite happy with that, quite impressed by that as well. We do have the AMX IFVs over here. Unfortunately, they do not have night vision. So it might be... yeah, they look kind of like BT-7s, don't they, like that? I mean, looking down, they actually... yeah, I can see that. I think what we might want to look towards doing here, then, is having the MBTs. How many MBTs do we actually have here? So we have 4 over here, then, of the MBTs. We have another 4 over here, then. What we might want to look towards doing, then, is potentially having the... the MX-30s could potentially take up position along this roadway over here. Now, let's see this from another angle. Okay. Maybe they take a position here on the road. It looks like they'd have a commanded view of the battlefield over here. We could then have the MBTs basically run the Overwatch. I could have a second group of MBTs move up closer towards the town. It's a difficult one, really. We are playing a night scenario. So we do have an advantage there in the fact that we do have night vision. I'm not entirely sure what Soviet forces may have access to that sort of equipment, so that's something to bear in mind. Now let's see what we have in terms of actual support. We have no artillery support, we have no air support. We do have on-map mortars, so that's quite nice, at least we have that option. Now, let's see. We do have some smoke rounds, we also do have some illumination rounds. So that's quite good then. I'm going to have these basically used individually. I'll be looking chiefly towards using the actual illumination rounds, I think, to begin with. The smoke could be potentially handy just to cover the approach. It's one of these things, if they do have night vision, I'm not entirely sure if... I don't think it'd be thermal smoke. I doubt it would be thermal smoke. I think it is just generic smoke as far as I can tell. Okay. Line of sight. Yeah, I mean, this is the issue, obviously, with the night. We have line of sight really... I suppose you could say to about 1,000 meters with the actual night vision. Let's take a look at the actual AMX. Love the French tanks. Absolutely beautiful things. I love the fact that they have a 20mm coaxial. I mean, that's absolutely incredible, isn't it? To have a coaxial autocannon. Love it. Okay. They do have pretty good speed here as well. Mobility is tracked. Visibility is good. The survivability here is average. They do have decent off-road capabilities. They're pretty damn quick, really. How does this compare to the EBRs? Yeah, we can see the EBR has an incredible mobility there. Their off-road isn't quite as good, but I mean, that speed there is fantastic. I think with the EBRs, I think they had normal rubber wheels here, but I think they had a pair of metal wheels over here, actually. but I think they could actually deploy to increase their grip on rough terrain. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here then is let's take a look at these guys. Right. Unload on contact. Not exactly useful for us here. Slow rate of fire. Obviously slow but measured. How much ammunition do we actually carry here? In some ways it might be potentially useful to have them fire. Right, okay, so we have 22 shells over here. 9 high explosive and we have 13 high explosive anti-tank. Hello there, Nicholas, and welcome. Okay. I think this is the position I want to be looking towards, really. If I take a look at the line of sight from that position, you can see it's actually a fairly commanded view of the battlefield. The good news is I can actually make use of this forest over here for the actual cover advantage, really. Yeah. You can see it does make a dramatic bit of difference there. Really nice line of sight there from the actual roads. I mean, something to bear in mind is they're going to be able to see us as well. So it might be that we look for a position that's a little bit more... That's not a bad position there. We'd be able to see them as they make their way up the hill towards the actual village. Well, the town we'll call it. But we're not going to be able to be shot from down here where I can imagine the majority of them will be. We do have this bit of cover here to protect us, and that should be an alright spot actually, really. We could mess around with it a little bit, but we do have the benefit of the cover over here. I think that could be quite a reasonable position there to potentially take home. But we'll see, we have two options here, really. So I think what we're going to do then is, if I can give these guys orders, it might be worthwhile to get them into position ASAP. But saying that, we'll go for the contact orders. I think we'll try to make our way towards this position over here. The reason being, it's very handy. Now we'll take a look at the standard operating procedure here. Soft targets, I mean, this is one of those things, isn't it? I'm going to tell them to hold fire for the time being. Hard target range, I'm going to tell them to fire when it's actually effective. Pathfinding, I'll have them move by the quickest route. Rate of fire, just allow them to make that choice. Use main armament, of course. Seek cover, yes. Looks like that equipped with smoke generators actually, which is quite nice. Now we do have the additional MPTs over here. It could be wise to actually... Yeah, it could be wise to actually have them make their way towards the actual village and then make their way to this position over here, really. If I take a look at the line of sight from over here. Yep. The forest over here, at least this part over here is quite good. We could use that to support our actions. Yeah, that's true. I mean, what I'm thinking here then is having the MBTs look to be Overwatch, have the other MBTs take a position over here, so at least then it could allow us to have these guys pull out, ideally. I'm going to have the other forces just basically go for broke over to here. Do we have infantry aboard? We do have mechanized infantry aboard here. I think I'd prefer to fight in the actual forest, really. We could definitely shut this area down quite effectively there. Do we actually have... I'd be very interested to see what the actual infantry do have. If we do have ATGMs, I'd be very, very happy there. It could be worthwhile to potentially establish some mechanized infantry actually in the village. It might be worthwhile going for that, really. Okay, what do we have over here? So these guys, okay. Righto. We do have our headquarters here as well in AIM expertise. I think what we do then is we go for broke over here, really. So I think what we'll do then is we'll change this order to a fast move order, get into position there, really. ASAP, I suppose you could say. I might take a position here. We'll see which one we can get to first and foremost, though. We'll go for that. It might be that we lose these tanks, but I think we might be able to reap a pretty terrible toll there on the Soviet forces as they advance. The EBRs are quite interesting. We might have the EBRs potentially support the MBTs. They are equipped with high explosive anti-tank rounds here. They also do have the high explosive rounds. They do have a 90mm gun there. Which is no joke, don't get me wrong. It's not the largest gun ever, but it's not a bad gun. Absolutely. They're able to move into positions very quickly as well. I might have them move up to this position very quickly, try to get them embedded into this area here. Okay. I think we'll have the infantry move into the actual force over there. Probably a better idea to give them more defined orders, really. The thing is, I don't know, do we avoid the roads? That's a question. I think what we might do then is have the MBTs over here. They could move, and let's take a look at the line of sight from here. Yeah, the line of sight is not exactly fantastic. I think what we'd look to do then is lay down a layer of smoke over here, a line of smoke to just cover our advance. The thing is, we are going to have to move through the actual town, which is quite dangerous. I may have both groups of MBTs move up to this position here. Yeah, exactly. Incredible that, isn't it? Having 2 drivers. Really impressive. I mean, this is that I could potentially have the EBRs take a position here. I mean, that's not a bad idea, to be honest. They do have the ability to move. Their visibility isn't actually as good as the MX's. It's worth bearing in mind. I mean, we have 320mm of penetration here. I think what we'll go for then is something to that order then. Yeah, we do have 2 groups of EBRs over here. Okay. I think what we'll look towards doing then is having the mainstay of our forces make it to the other side of the river there. Try to take up positions on this side. Maybe we have the mechanized move into the town. It would be nice to potentially have some mechanized take up positions. I could look to actually establish defensive positions in this part of the actual town here. I think we'll look towards doing that. And the Soviets could obviously cross over this side as well. There is a bridge here. So it might be worthwhile looking at establishing a defensive position around this area too. I mean, being able to get out of trouble is really, really handy. It's really handy. I guess we'll have the actual mechanized move into that area. And that's where the infantry really do come into their own. We could have the headquarters move over there into the actual tree line out of sight, ideally. Okay, so if we take a look over there. So that's the vast majority of our forces giving orders. The AMLs are quite interesting. If we take a look at these bad boys, they have a 90mm gun on what is... It looks like an armored car. it's yeah, scout car. Look at that thing. Not quite the amazing reverse speed there. It is wheeled. Survivability is poor, but the visibility is quite good. They do have a high explosive anti-tank rounds, which is very, very handy. Now, from their position, what can they see? Okay, so it looks like we might be able to place them in an overwatch position, perhaps. I could place them about there, but at least they are able to overwatch this area. I think we'll go for that. Just in the tree line there. So what I could do is, we'll give them the orders once again. Right, there we go. But what I'm going to do here then for the standard operating procedure is just effective fire there, really. Seek cover. There we go. I think we'll give... yeah. I think I'd rather have the actual MPTs just really tackle the hard targets more than anything else. So I think what we'll do here then is go through the standard operating procedures. Effective. I'm going to go for the covered path there, really. And seek cover. But for the actual MBTs, what I'm going to do here is modify this. I've actually given them... Okay, I'm going to have to go through it individually then. French rely heavily on the high explosive anti-tank shells. Yeah, I can definitely imagine. Well, I mean, this is it. They've gone for the effective gun, really. Okay, covered. There we go. Just ideally we could make it to the town over there, really. We could tell them to unload on contact, which is not a terrible idea, as at least it means they can actually survive. I may tell them to avoid, yeah. I mean, the thing is they don't have the armor to deal with hard targets anyway. I tell these guys to move by the shortest route. Right, we'll be ready to go here in just a moment. Shortest. Hold fire against armored targets. Okay. Effective, effective. See cover. Okay. Right, that looks relatively good to me. I think what we might do then, potentially we might look at putting down some mortar shells here to begin with. It could be useful to potentially look at smoking up this area over here. I could look towards illumination rounds. Yeah. I love the fact that we have illumination rounds in the mortars. That's really, really quite nice. I think this is the area that we really want to try and illuminate. So we'll have them begin to adjust, at least then they can actually place their rounds down. We could have some smoke rounds placed in this area over here. But if we figured out where the enemy is approaching from, I can smoke in front of them. But I can imagine they're going to be coming from this direction anyhow. But we'll see how things go. We do not have any additional support, and we're just going to have to go for it, really. So, 3, 2, 1. Hold on to your baguettes, guys. Okay, it looks like the actual opposing forces moving here. I might want to place down some high explosives on the actual bridge there. Probably a good idea. Right, high explosives in those areas there. I suppose what we can do then is have them cover a wider area. Okay, so our forces are moving out. Love the mobility of these guys. Very impressive. Okay, you're ready to fire. I don't exactly have a huge amount of these illumination rounds. I think what we'll do then is we'll place down... Can I decide... Yeah, well, we have that already sorted, don't we? So I think we'll place down 1 illumination round. So they'll be landed down in this area shortly. These guys can open fire relatively soon. But again, I don't have a huge amount of shells here either. So I'd like to have an idea of where the enemy is first and foremost there, really. These guys, let's see. What are they actually spotting from this position? So they're kind of in Overwatch. I think what I'm going to do then... yeah, they are in a hidden position here as well. Okay, so they do have line of sight over here. Okay, the mortars are ready to fire. We do have illumination. So that's actually quite interesting, and I wonder if they're limited, obviously, by the night more than anything. But we do have line of sight over here now, which is good news. These guys... not so much. I'm going to have to reposition them. Okay. What we're going to do then is have them move on contact orders. I could look towards making use of the actual forest over there. Right. Potentially we put down 2 shells. I think I might put down a few more shells on this one than I intended. But a few shells over here, then we'll see if we can try and catch anything moving across there. These guys are making progress, which is good. Okay, they're going to be moving out shortly. He's going to take... Yep, there we go. That sounds like smoke. Why is there smoke over here? Again, there's a lot of smoke in this area. illumination round over there. Okay, I'm gonna alter their orders there. But yeah, our forces are making good progress here so far, which is good. We'll place down another illumination round over here. I think we're going to take another illumination round, potentially have one there. Maybe one in this area as well. This area might be worth... I mean, this is it, I really don't know. I mean, the danger here is this road here, of course, too. That's something to bear in mind. Like, it's a bit in cover. Their line of sight's not exactly spectacular from that position there. What I'll do then is have them move up to this position here. I'm going to try to establish some line of sight down here. Okay, we do have a enemy spotted over here. It is a BTR-60. Okay, they do have the autocannons. Right, okay. It's going to take a few seconds there. They're not a tremendous danger there, but it would be obviously quite nice to take them out if we could do so. So what I'm going to do then, I didn't anticipate them being in this area so quickly. Oh, yep, okay. It's getting a little bit danger close here at the moment in time. Okay. Illumination down here, let's figure this one out. I don't think they've spotted them as of yet. Right, the MBTs are going to be engaging here. Right, we are engaging here. The AMXs are going to be engaging. God damn it. Okay, we do destroy the BTR, but... yeah. Okay. The French infantry are engaging. What we are going to do here, then, is pop smoke. Oh, wow, okay, they made it here significantly faster than I actually really expected, to be honest. I did not think they'd be here. Okay, wow. This is not good. Okay, I'm going to get them out of there, because otherwise they're going to get taken out by RPGs, I can imagine. Right, we did destroy an enemy T-55 there as well. Right, I really don't like the fact that they're moving that way. Pop smoke. God damn it. Lost their headquarters there. Not going well. Definitely not going well. I think when we chose the covered approach, that's probably where we went wrong there. But I genuinely didn't anticipate them being here already, actually. It's a bit of a surprise. Get some rounds out here. Yeah, not good. Okay, we need to have these guys halt. Right, unload. Right, unload. If you please. Okay, at least the AMXs are in position now. But we are getting shot up here. I really didn't anticipate them being here so soon, actually. Okay, at least we do have the infantry here. Try and get them in the actual buildings. It's a shame that we lost the actual headquarters. That one is something of an issue. Let's have these forces move up on contact orders. We're not doing too bad so far. It could be better, could be worse. What I'm going to try to do here then is try to put a few rounds down. Help us out there, really. Yeah, I didn't anticipate them moving that quickly, but then again, I suppose they don't have that far to go. I'd prefer them not to move so close there. Right, what I'm going to do then is give them free formation orders. Right. Free. Okay, that's a T-62. Looks like, yep, we do have the advantage in obviously having night vision, which is quite handy. Okay. What I'm going to do then with these guys is have them move up to the road over here on contact orders. You need to break through before the main Soviet force arrives. Right, okay, that makes sense. I suppose we just get going then, really. Actually, no, probably not a wise idea to put down an illumination there. Yeah, we are having troubles moving through this area here. Might have to restart this one to a degree, but we'll see. I think this is it. I genuinely didn't expect the Soviets to already be in the town, so I think I've not... Yeah, that's true. I just didn't factor in the Soviets already being here, really. At least we do have some mechanized infantry that is able to give an account for itself. It looks like we have dealt with the majority of the forces over here, as far as I can see. But we need to get moving over here. As I say that, yeah, we are taking fire. Looks like artillery coming down in this area now. Right, additional forces over here, tracked vehicles at that. What I am going to do then is look to bring some illumination to this area here. Well, not so much covering my own forces though. Right, there we go. Illumination's ready, we'll pop around. Right, there's fire coming from this area over here. Okay. We have lost a significant amount of our forces over here, really. I have them move on contact orders. The MBTs are moving through, but I think we are taking RPG fire here. Yeah, something's definitely giving us difficulties over there. Just gonna have these guys advance across now. Yeah, at least the EPRs can actually aid us. But we do have some MXs across. God damn it. RPGs really are a difficulty here. How you doing there, family friendly? Good to have you, my dude. Okay. The difficult thing is, I find it difficult here. Had I expected Soviet infantry in the town, I probably would have taken this in a different manner there, really. Okay. Yeah, we probably would have potentially held off a little bit more, maybe. We do have one MPT over here, though, so that's quite good. I think what we'll do then is try to orientate it to potentially, let's see. Have it reverse this position over here. If we could actually overwatch the town, that'd be very nice. Right, I do have an illumination round ready here. Let's fire one off. And these guys are acting as our overwatch at the moment, so if I can get an illumination round there. Really great. I don't know about that one. We've taken some significant casualties here so far. I'm going to have you reverse in that position once again. Right, move there. Move there. Right, further smoke coming out. Illumination is down in the area now. I'd like a new illumination round down there to try and figure out what's going on. At least the EBRs are going to be able to make use of their firepower. Okay, if I can get the infantry into these buildings, then at least they're able to help out considerably. Right. Okay, they've dismounted, but at least in a position to aid us here. Enemy ground unit. So there is this unit over here. Right. If we could see this, that'd be great. Dawn has arrived. Okay, now this is where things get significantly more interesting. It might be worthwhile just trying to push up here quickly. But I think what we're going to do now is... Yeah, there's a lot of enemy infantry here. They're not too bad, it's just obviously the RPG armed infantry that are going to be quite difficult to deal with. I think we look to cross over here quickly. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to make it. Yeah, the tanks are just going to make it through here. We've lost a lot of our forces. It's a shame to have lost the infantry. Right, get some high explosives down here. Water fire as well. Okay, they'll be moving. Yeah, they're going to begin moving now. Or at least shortly. Yep, there we go. Right, put some fire down here. Fortunately, we lose the X there. The tanks, I don't know how well they're going to do. Yeah, these guys just don't have a line of sight. Yeah, I've taken fire. Okay, if you could get into one of these positions, that'd be fantastic, to be honest. Yeah, they're retreating there. Okay. I think what we need to do here, then, is if we pop some smoke... There we go. Try and put some smoke up there, try and... Just allow our forces to make it through, really. We'll fire for effect in this position, fire for effect here, fire for effect as soon as we're able to do so. This one, not so much. I mean, dawn is coming. I've got to get my forces over here, I think. Right. Rounds are coming down. Yeah, we are seeing additional forces over this way. I think what we'll do here, then, is have the front group pop some smoke. At least then the second group can move into that. We are making better progress now. I need to find a position here where I can actually effectively fight. It's a little bit hard. Terrain's not exactly my friend here. I think what we'll do then is have it, I suppose, just remain in position for the time being. Right, we do have the shells coming down. It is somewhat danger close, but I need to try and suppress the infantry as much as possible here. I am going to have to call that one off, though. I mean, now it's too danger close. Right, looks like we've lost an EBR there. I'm going to have these guys pop smoke. Have we lost the other EBRs? Okay, we are taking RPG fire. That's the only goddamn issue there. In this scenario, there's the player character unit in the village north. Oh, is it this one that is the player character? Oops. Or is it this one? Right. The majority of the forces have made it through now, which is fantastic. I think what we are going to do then is move up to the road here. Is that the actual objective? Let's see. Right. Or do we establish defensive positions here? Okay, what I'm going to do is pop smoke once again. I just want to get them into the actual cover. Right, just reverse there. Yeah, there's still enemy infantry abound. Okay, what I'm going to do is cancel... Okay, cancel all that fire. Okay, have them pop smoke. Get moving. Right, at least the MXs are now moving, which is good news. What I'm going to do then is actually give them free formation here. Okay. It's a goddamn shame that we lost so much there. Did not expect that to be as bloody. Had I anticipated infantry actually in here, then we would have proceeded with a opening bombardment. Losing the headquarters was a shame. Yeah, they are taking damage. They've got to get out of there. Yeah, that sounds like tank fire. No smoke remaining, unfortunately. We'll have you pop smoke. At least I might be able to cover some of our forces here. I think what we might do here then is look to withdraw into this area. I guess we can have these guys move over here as well. Yeah, we are under fire now. Yeah, definitely Hell's Gates. Come on, you've got to get moving there. You're almost there. I'd love to give them in a different order right now, but I know it takes some time, and especially out of the headquarters, it's going to be quite a length of time indeed. Right. I think what we look towards doing then is... I mean, the thing is, I could try to find them here. I think what I'd rather do then, if we take a look at the actual live site, is... I could look to find them from maybe this position over here, really. Somewhere where I can effectively narrow their approaches, because they're going to have to approach through the forest. I mean, we managed to get 5 MBTs across. Would have been preferable to have more. It looks like the enemy's over in this position here as well. So I think what we are going to do here then is 1 and 2. Yeah, okay, there's the enemy there. Right, well I'm going to... God damn, they are approaching quickly. I'm going to lay down some smoke to cover us. We do have T-55s over here. We do have the AML scout cars. I don't know how well they're going to do. I don't imagine terribly well. It may be genuinely better just to pop smoke until it passes you by, really. So they are moving into this area. We've got to get moving. Okay, the mortars are opening up. It's a shame that we don't have any fire support here at the moment, really. Right, we do see a tracked vehicle there. I mean, the thing is, I could try to leave behind 1 tank, but I know it's going to get taken out. We do have smoke on the way. It might be able to handle this. I think the night vision can spot through the smoke. I'm not entirely sure. Right, we did take out the vehicle. We do lose this mechanized, which is unfortunate. I think what I'm going to do then with this vehicle is have it reverse. The reason being that at least it's presenting its frontal armor. We know there's a T-55 over here, or potentially a T-55. I don't know why they're using illumination. But then again, the visibility is not tremendous at the moment. Okay. Ah, immobilized. Not exactly great. I think what we'll do then is we'll make use of the roads. We could look to cover certain areas here. Okay, we are under fire over here. Right, we are confident now. Sounds like a goddamn RPG. Jesus, something's definitely on us there. Where the hell did that shot come from? Destroyed by player. Which is us? I don't know which is us. Right, the T-55's still in that position there. Right, put some smoke rounds down there. Oh, is this us over here? Ah. You know, I never actually saw that. That could be interesting. Yeah, but I didn't actually notice that. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, the EBR's moving out. Love the speed on these things. They are moving slow, but at least they are covered. We did manage to take out the tank over here, which is nice. It's going to take a long while for those orders to get out there. My god, look at the speed they make. I have them pop smoke again. I don't know if these guys are going to be destroyed, actually. Hey, dear man, how's it? Good to have you, my dude. Yeah, that thing, my god, the French can move. That is impressive. So it's been a difficult withdrawal through this area. Okay, at least we do have a headquarters unit I can make use of. Right, I need to figure out where I should deploy here. At least we are pulling back over here, which is quite nice. Oh, no way. Okay. So we know the enemy is over here. But yeah, we were previously taking fire. Okay, what we're going to do here then is cancel their orders because they're not making really any progress in here. The good thing about the French MBTs is once they do get moving, they can really make some good progress. Get them over this way. If only I had some infantry, I could leave them really to try and hold fast. I think a couple smoke rounds down here. Okay, heard something there. Okay, so there's illumination rounds over here. Ah. Looks to be mortar fire, but we're moving out anyway now. Look at the speed on that. These guys will be able to make good progress here as well shortly. I'm going to edit their standard operating procedure. Right, we're going to try to have the EBRs really function as something of a rear guard, really. The difficulty comes down to when we start seeing T-55s, really. But we'll try to do what we can. Okay. It looks like he might be trying to advance on this front now. So what we'll do then is we'll get the MPTs over this way once they're able to be. I don't like them moving through the actual trees like that. I don't want to get them bogged down. At least we do have the EBR here. I mean, it's a shame that it was immobilized, but at least it's in a position where it can be part of the rear guard. Right, there we go, but now they're going to begin moving. Coming around to quite like the French so far, to be honest. I mean, having that high mobility, they can definitely kill, which is very good to know. We've seen a few MBTs over here, really. A couple there. They might be trying to move on the flank. They keep putting down smoke over here, which is interesting. I don't want to move the player. Well, I don't want to move our personal tank. I mean, this position is fantastic, but I can't see down here into the valley. Ideally, they'll be able to spot something, but we are seeing smoke here. It's a pretty impressive gun. I mean, the M1A1 obviously started out using the 105. Not a terrible gun. I mean, it'd be nice to have a larger gun, but you know what? I quite like the French vehicles. Very nice. Having that actual night vision is very, very nice. Do we actually have night vision? We have radio and NBC protection. Sure, we had night vision. I might just have been imagining it, to be honest. Right, so looks like enemy vehicles are moving up through here. As he lay there, Romka, have a beautiful evening, my friend. Okay, there we go. It's going to be pretty hellish here, really. We've got a Soviet-made force coming up as well. So I have no idea how strong that's going to be. The morale of the force isn't... it could be better, but it's not terrible. Right, what I'd like to do is actually cover that bridge there. I don't know if I can actually move there, but I can move to that position there. We do have smoke with the EBRs, so at least we do have the opportunity to try and save them. Right, we do have another MX MBT over there, we do have an EBR as well. So let's see, what do we have in terms of line of sight from these positions? I'm going to go ahead and place a EBR over in that position there, at least I can overwatch. Okay. This bad boy is going to head out to this position over here. It could have been significantly worse. I mean, it's a shame that we lost the infantry, it's a shame that we lost the other headquarters, but at least we do have... I mean, we have the majority of our MBTs. It would have been nice to have had more, but we didn't lose as many as I feared, really, which is very nice. They're very interested in the village here. I suppose that'd make that a village as well, so I suppose I'll have to call it a village. We did take out a fair number. I mean, this was a pretty nasty ambush there. That was pretty nasty. I don't know why they insist on this. Light damage to one of the aim expertise, right? Oh. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. That's unexpected, but that's oh, of course, there's bloody infantry. Infantry are the worst. Right, let's get high explosives down here. The thing is, the tanks really rarely see... It's usually the infantry that kills me as well. Right, can I back the hell up? Oh, I need to get them to standard operating procedure. Right, effective. Just open fire for the love of God. If needs be, I'll get you... Then again, I really don't want to do that. Just please don't die to the infantry. It looks like they might have fired their RPG, so at least we are okay. Fire for effect when ready. That was quite nice there. At least we did manage to pick them up. That is the brilliant one. Right, there we go. I mean, we do have the autocannon, so the autocannon does make pretty good work of the enemy. We have that roadway covered there. We have these roads covered. Yeah, if we can take out the infantry, we'll be okay. Okay, they've been destroyed, that's good news. Okay, they've been taken out. It does worry me now. Right, we're coming under artillery fire as well. And it might be potentially our own, to be honest. I just need to get over that. Oh. God, no. Please get moving. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. I don't know if that's going to be bad news. Yeah, of course. Okay, at least they are moving now. Yeah, these standard operating procedures have come back to haunt me in a way, but at least they're out of that danger zone there. The buttoned up, I just heard something like a, yeah, you were just taking shots there. But I think that might have been the artillery. I don't think I've seen anything else moving through this area as of yet. Hard to say. And it was nice to pick off these troops over here. Infantry is a pain in the arse. Try to move to cover that road. Okay, at least the MBTs are able to move out. And these autocannons really do come in handy. That coaxial 20mm is just fantastic. There's so much smoke in the area. If we take a look at this in the isometric view, you can just see all the smoke over here. And this hill's really intriguing. The thing is, I don't really have an idea of where the enemy is. They're going to be somewhere in this forest. The fact that they were even in this position over here does worry me. At least we have Overwatch established. We're able to, well, at least keep an eye on these areas. I think what I might want to do then is have you possibly move this way. Let's get you in position here. At least then you can watch your fellows. I mean, Hell's Gate really has been living up to his namesake here so far. I think we've been able to stabilise to a degree here. We were quite lucky in the fact that we didn't have the infantry sneak up really behind us. We were able to actually catch them by surprise, which is quite good. And you can imagine the surprise. You wouldn't really like to have like 3 MBTs like pop up behind you. Not exactly what you would prefer there. I mean, their RPGs could have been deadly. So it's one of these things, isn't it? We've learnt a lesson there in not having them able to fire on soft targets. Much to be learned then, really. I mean, so far so good. I mean, ideally the EBRs will be able to give us prior warning of the Soviets approaching. I think that's just a prerequisite for any sort of chance of victory here. I don't even know if there's a chance. I mean, what does a victory here even look like, really? Okay, there we go. Enemy ground unit has been spotted at long last. Flamethrower tank. Okay. Right. Now, what I'm going to do then is bring down the high explosive rounds of this position here. It's a goddamn shame we don't have anything heavier than this. I'm going to give them orders to begin reverse now. I mean, that's a T-55, which is pretty devastatingly deadly. So all we are going to do is pop smoke. I'm going to cancel the previous orders, and I'm going to get them to move out here fast. Get the hell out of here. At least they do have that smoke. I can get the rounds down. Right, 20 seconds or so. Right, reverse into there. Do we actually have high explosive? Anti-tank, yeah, we do. So it's unfortunate. We should have been able to potentially take them out. And these flamethrower tanks, they're pretty dangerous. It's not something we want to deal with. I think I'll have you actually cover this position here if you can. Ooh. Right, there we go. Shots out. Right, he's getting out of here. Okay, at least we do have high explosives down. I think what I'm going to do then is begin to move the high explosives up over there. Yeah, oh good, really well spotted there, very well spotted. I think I have a MBT move over there. Right, so we've lost the village to the enemy over here. Not terribly large amounts I can do about that. Have you cancel your fire? This is, I'm not entirely sure when I should have this positioned. I don't think we have many shells left now. A few high explosive rounds. Right, fire a couple of rounds down there. Yeah, it seems like it. Looks like they've moved up over this way. Well, at least we have a sense of what we're dealing with, really. In fact, to be honest, that's a perfect position. I really should not abandon that. At least we are able to actually catch them on the flank. Move a little bit deeper into the actual tree line, if anything, really. Actually saying that, they can't even really see much there. I guess move there. I'm hearing smoke somewhere. Is this new? That looks new. Right, that's new. Right, there we go. Ground unit spotted over here. Who spotted that? I mean, I'd rather you be in a covered position, to be honest. I think what we look towards doing then is having you move over this side, then at least you can move in here. Right, there we go. Okay, apparently some units over this way. They look to be infantry, so not terrible. Right, a little bit of damage there. Right, ground unit spotted, so yep, infantry over here. It looks like that is in fact moving. They might be advancing up the roadway. It's hard to say, really. I mean, visibility is improving here. I doubt we've really caused much in the way to damage. Well, much in the way of damage to the T-55s there. And this is it. Assuming that actually making use of the roads, they could try to move through the forest. And there is a river over here. Well, a stream, whatever you want to call it. So they don't have total freedom of move, well, ability there. At least we do have a 90mm gun there to potentially fire into the rear of the enemy. That would be quite nice. Not seeing anything of it this way yet. I guess I will have them move now. Don't like them moving outside of the open. I'm hearing shells. I'm hearing shots, sorry. That does tremendously worry me. Where the hell's that landing? Oh, scheiße. Right, we're being shot up by something here. Okay, now we spot the enemy. Of course. Line of sight could be very irritating at times. Got to say that. God. That's a pain in the arse. That is a tremendous pain in the arse. And we did manage to take out the T-55, so at least we have that. But that's... would have preferred to have not lost 2 MBTs so easily. I swear to God, half the time my tankers are usually blind as bats. Yeah, definitely. Their vehicles seem to be doing well, though. This is me being salty as hell. I don't even know if it's worthwhile firing over here. It's unfortunate as well. I was hoping that position would have been useful, really. Right, day has arrived. I don't know how long we have to hold on for here. So I don't know how long we're going to last. We're at least pulling out now. It's a shame just to have lost 3 vehicles so quickly, though. That's very brutal. Yep, additional artillery over here. Okay, these things have terrible reverse speed, don't they? Okay, lose. Oh, hello. There's an enemy vehicle right there, and a T-55. Wow. Oh, very nice. Okay, now that makes up for it. To be honest, I think that's my own vehicle moving there. But that was very nice. At least we managed to take out a T-55 with a scout car. I feel quite happy about that. And the thing is, packing a 9mm gun after all. That was quite nice. I feel like a little bit of karma there was served. I tell you, line of sight is probably the rarest commodity. That was very nice into the rear there. I can imagine the crew was somewhat surprised there. Okay, that's not bad line of sight there. Just trying to position my MBTs. Right, so we do see a vehicle over here. More smoke come down. The deployment and use of smoke by the Soviet forces here so far has been really interesting. It seems to be something at random. Well, a wide area. It could be perhaps that they're trying to just... Oh, right, we are seeing a good few vehicles here. But that 90mm gun could deal with those. But yeah, they might be just trying to block the line of sight. It's not a bad idea, really. You have the smoke available. That's moving out. Might be able to get these guys though. I don't think we have many shells remaining now. A few more over there though. But they could be different kinds of rounds. So there's a little bit of additional smoke over there now. Our force isn't too far away from breaking. It would have been nice if it still had the additional MBTs, but hey. It does make me kind of want to actually play like the French on tabletop actually. Been so far putting together a German, well a West German 1980s force at the moment, which is quite cool. Federal German Republic. But it might be a cool idea to potentially collect some French. I've got like a huge Soviet order on the way at the moment. So I'm looking forward to putting them against each other, really. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to using the Mi-24 Hinds. Like, I've got the NATO forces for my little brother, then I think I'll be playing the Soviets, really. Kind of looking forward to using the Mi-24 Hinds, but just like, being able to move a decent amount of infantry pretty quickly. There we go. We got any other tabletop players here? Can be anything? Do let me know what you play. What's your poison, basically? So the question to the developers here then, how do we actually win this scenario? Is there a allotted time limit? Let's see. Or do we just have to ride until relieved? Okay. You just need to survive. Don't make it too easy, eh? Right, we are seeing additional smoke here. Yeah, the AI has been indeed nasty. I think what I'm going to do here then, have them take a position there. Okay, they actually do have line of sight, which is very, very good. So we still have the means to potentially fight and survive here. And especially if we can actually catch the Soviets as they move through this area. I mean, that 90mm gun is going to really make itself felt if it gets the opportunity to do so. I think we are out of mortar shells now, though. Yeah, keeping the objectives was a good idea. Can't keep the village, unfortunately. I take it areas with the red means we can't move through them here. That's a good question there, random. Ooh, Harpoon 2, that sounds cool. I've always heard about those games, but I've never actually tried them, to be honest. I think I'm going to have to give that a... Oh, hello. Right, so unfortunately the mortars weren't as effective as I would have preferred. Soft skin vehicle though, at least we can deal with that for the most part. I mean, so far we've seen BTRs, we've seen T-55s. I mean, there's still 2 T-55s around here somewhere, more than likely. I would be pretty surprised had the mortar fire removed them as a threat. But I've had a EBR watching this roadway over here, and so far no Soviets sighted moving up there. They might have changed tactics and moved across over here, perhaps? I mean, the AI here, well, the Soviets have been pretty, they've not made it easy. They've not been predictable in how they've actually approached the situation here, really. They've been giving me a run for my money so far. I was hoping that ideally, as they look towards capturing the objective, we'll be able to just take them out, really. Okay, there we go. Enemy ground unit is spotted. Yeah, soft skin vehicles moving up there. I'm hoping that is going to be all that is on that front. I wonder who's actually doing the spotting there. Oh, so it's the mortars, wow. Okay, they're doing a great job then. That's fantastic. I'm glad to have the mortars just sit there and do that. We do still have some rounds left, but they're nothing but illumination rounds. I don't imagine they're particularly useful in the daytime. Yeah, and it seems like that. And I've got this roadway covered. That roadway is going to be covered from this position over here. This is covered from over here. So at least I'm going to be more... I should hope I'm aware of things moving through here. We do have 2 MBTs and an EBR there. We do have a AML holding that position. It's a difficult position over here, really. I'm hoping that will be in ideally a strong position there. Yeah, I'm hoping there's not that much left of them. And a flamethrower tank, so shouldn't be too deadly. Would be obviously more deadly if we actually had infantry, but yeah. The less to say on that one, the better, really. I think what I might do then is actually take this over EBR. I might have him move over here to support this position. Would be nice to have a couple... Yeah, use a fast compression, good idea. Yeah, something's definitely moving there. Looks like the smoke generator. So something's definitely moving through this area. I'm hoping that the AML will be able to take it out. Yep, ground unit spotted. Come on. Ah, not good, miss it. There we go, very good. Very good. Another vehicle over here. Ah. I was about to say, I'm going to look towards pulling that back. I think we have you reverse back. So I'm going to assume that's an armoured vehicle. Right, we are seeing infantry over here. We're just going to have to deal with them as they move over here, really. It's a shame about the AML. I was hoping for a little bit more there. I was going to actually have it pulled back. Fortunately, it was destroyed before I could do anything there. And this is the issue, obviously, it's one of those you could... It would be nice to try and, like, I don't know, if your forces could wait until a certain point and then take a shot, but then this is it, really. Oh, that's a flamethrower tank, okay. Is that the tanks that we saw previously, then? But either way, it's going to be dead in a second. Why do you find the, Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So we have a flamethrower tank. Ooh. God damn it. That's really bit me in the ass there, but at least we can take out that guy. I'm hoping that this is the last Soviet push. We should be able to handle this quite nice, so we have got them in the open, and they are flanked. There we go, wow! Okay, tactical victory. I didn't think we'd actually make it, but holy hell, we have made it there, ladies and gentlemen. By the skin of our teeth there. The battle has reached its conclusion. Jesus. Okay, we lost a lot of forces there. Looks like a very large number of Soviet forces over here. What I am going to do then is actually take a look at the replay. And this is it. As we moved into this area, this is when we lost a lot of our forces there, unfortunately. Just didn't expect there to be the infantry waiting for us there, really. I know, to be honest, it's not often. It really isn't that often, but I actually get victories. They usually put, like, Pyrrhic victories. Well, I suppose this one's a Pyrrhic victory as well. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is the MBT over here it just wasn't able to actually see into the village there to actually really help us out too much. And this is when we made our withdrawal. I just never noticed this unit over here, to be honest, for a long time. I will be interested to see what the Soviets had left, though. I suppose in some ways they... I don't know, I wonder if these T-55s that were here went around. It is interesting, actually. Speed things up. Yeah, managed to catch those Soviets there. I mean, those guys that we found in the northern part of the forest there, was lucky they actually destroyed them, really. I still feel for my ML and my EBRs. I love the EBRs, though. I mean, the AMLs are not bad. That gun's just phenomenal. Okay, so we'll take a look at the state of the battlefield then. So there was another T-55. So it just looks like a bunch of infantry over there. PT-76, and more rifles. So they did have some self-propelled guns, they did have the mortars. A T-10, wow. You know, it's quite surprising they didn't use that, but it's really awesome to actually see a T-10 over here. Look at that armor, wow. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't use that. But you can see this is where the actual main battle took place there, really. We did fight a fighting withdrawal. Yeah, you can see that there's no tanks in here. So they must have actually taken a hit and then gone back around, which is interesting. But you know what, I'm quite happy with that. I hope you guys are happy with that as well. We did see a couple of our units routed, some of theirs were routed as well. They lost most of their, well, yeah, they lost most of their vehicles. We lost most of our vehicles as well, to be honest. All of the infantry, for the most part, unfortunately. That was pretty good. Quite happy with that. Now, we do have a scant 28 minutes remaining, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the next scenario then, I reckon. And this one's actually taking place earlier in the timeline. So this one's going to be interesting. Following a brief barrage, elements of the 3 divisions of the Soviet 32nd Army Corps began a reconnaissance in force on the 19th of August. Company-sized Soviet armored and mechanized forces, both with and without artillery support, infiltrated under the cover of bad weather. Supported by artillery and aviation, by the end of the day they had penetrated several kilometers. The Belgians and French resisted strongly in all sectors, defending outlying villages and road intersections. By nightfall, the 32nd Armored Corps had been contained. By the following morning, the distant rumble had turned into a crescendo of fire as the sector erupted where the Belgians had least suspected it. This will be interesting. We'll go ahead and take a look at this one then, shall we? Again, I'm going to leave the training morale as it was. Again, loving the art. Absolutely loving the art. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We're greeted here by a dramatically different battlefield. Yeah, that's a rolling series of hills there. So we have an ammunition dump over here, we have an aid station and the command post. We do have a number of villages to make use of over here, which is quite nice. So really this is just a all-out trying to hold on, really. We do have 5 guns available to us, which is very nice. They are packing the high explosive, and we do have illumination, but I don't imagine this is really necessary at this point here. Smoke is going to come in handy. We do have some Mirage freeze over here for close air support, which is very nice. They do come equipped with the cluster bombs, which is fantastic, and some air-to-air missiles, which is very handy. I like the jets. I really do like jets. Okay, we are able to redeploy our forces here, which is quite nice. We do have scout teams over here. We have some sniper teams over here. Right, so we have some 73mm rocket launchers over there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So we do have the paratroopers over here. These guys are motivated, which is very, very nice. Oh, this is a new Baston map. Oh, very nice. Oh, wow, yeah, there we go. There is Baston. That's fantastic. Okay, so we do have the ATGM sections. We do have AMX-13s. These guys are quite cool. Would have preferred the MBTs, but hey, they'll do. They are equipped with ATGMs, which is quite good. Oh, these are... Oh, wow. I didn't recognize them, seeing them from the top profile there. We do have this 75mm. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So we don't have the high explosive anti-tank rounds, nor the 105 guns, which is not exactly great. We do have ATGMs, though, so that's something to bear in mind. It's going to be an interesting one here. Have mortar sections. I don't know if I want the mortar section deployed so far in events, so I'm going to have them shifted over here. In fact, I'll have them shifted over to the rear. I don't think they need to be near the front line there. Okay, so we have the AMLs, familiar with those guys. We do have more AMXs over here. We're going to have to get used to how to use these guys. Okay, so we do have the ATGMs over there. Yeah, I'll take a look at the range of the 81mm in a second. Right, effective and effective. Let's take a look at the range. That's not too bad, I can make use of that. I don't plan to fight beyond this point anyway. I plan to really fight around this area. Okay. I'm gonna have these forces embedded into the tree line. To be honest, I don't really, reattach. I guess that I'll do. But what I'm going to do here then is just effective. I don't know if I'd really, I suppose I've got to. Otherwise we could end up in some difficult situations once again. We do have some MGs over here which are very nice. I think what I'll do is have you deployed in here. I could have you deployed. So about there. At least they're able to take advantage of these positions. But then again, it might be worthwhile to have one deployed a little bit further into the town. I'll say about there, really. What I'll do then is standard operator procedure. Effective and hold against soft targets. Really no use attacking soft targets per se. Okay. Hold fire against hard targets. Effective fire against soft targets. Light MGs. Yep. Paratroopers over here, we do have the required rifles, we have more mortars, which are very nice. Okay. Spread them out somewhat. Reattach. It's going to be a difficult one when it comes to using the actual armored vehicles here, really. I mean, that's something to bear in mind. Right. The ATGM team, though, we will have moved out. I'm tempted to keep the actual... To be honest, the ATGMs might be worth... Yeah, I think I might keep them in that position then, actually. I could have the AMX group over there. Okay, formation. I think I'll hold them in that position there. Suppose we'll have the AMXs over here. Hold them in a reserve. See you later there, Pump. Have a good one, my friend. Let's see, what does this line side look like? Okay. Interesting. How about from there? So we do have a hill here, which is good to know. I could have them hold position there. It would be nice if we had an order to tell them to, like, reverse one spotted. That'd be quite nice. Yeah, that's true. I'll have them there. Defend command. Oh. Okay. Never used this one, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing how it actually functions there, really. Okay, and reattach. Okay, then. We'll get things going. Unfortunately, I do not have that long left to stream here. Which is a shame, but hey, it is what it is. I'd imagine they'll probably attack up this region here, really. I'm going to have the target reference points about here. I can cover this position quite nicely. Oops. Yep, there we go. The air support might be worthwhile bringing it in quite quickly. And as to where to bring this in is unknown. I might have it brought in quite quickly over here, actually. It's hard to say. Or we could have it deployed preemptively down here. We'll wait until we have some sort of sign of where the enemy is. Like that. That'll do. It'll take a few minutes, but it might be worthwhile. Every ground unit spotted. These guys are just our scouts. I'm going to have the paratroopers remain in position there, really. Right, ground unit spotted, and they're going to be engaged by the ATGMs, which is very nice. I'll tell you what we're going to do here then is modify their standard operating procedure, hold on soft targets, fire on hard targets. I missed that one earlier. But at least we know that's probably dead. Especially when it's holding still. There's another one over here, it seems. Well, I suppose two will do it. It is a good idea, though, to take out their scouts. I don't think that order will get through here, unfortunately. And it's a difficult thing here, isn't it, with the aid? Whoa. Yeah, there we go. Right, pop smoke. I don't know if that's going to ruin the shot now. I might look towards bringing the close air support in already. I think in all honesty it's going to take a few minutes to arrive, so I might as well bring it in. Right, reverse. Wow. I don't think we're hit, unfortunately. Okay, what I'm going to do then is take this artillery. Cancel that. Right, send a new target in this area. I was quite surprising that they're still spotted, actually. Unless the enemy is just firing on that position there. So we do see reconnaissance vehicles out there. Okay. Actually. Right, we do have another ground unit spotted now. Yeah. Plenty of vehicles moving. Is that an infantry? Wow. Right. And potentially so, indeed. BT-76. I mean, that thing's pretty dangerous there with that big gun. Okay, 2.5 minutes until the air support arrives. Ah, BTRs, they're cool. Yeah, BTR 152, and we have the BTR 60s. I just love the look of the BTR 60s. I just love all the road wheels. They just look fantastic. Okay. We do see a vehicle moving through here. Right, we are taking fire over here. I'd rather them not move through the woods. Well, outside the woods. God, that's going to cost me. Right. Fire. Might have been better a little bit further south, but it should be okay. Yeah, plenty of BTRs over here. I think what I'm going to do now... Drive a defense order. Just over a minute until the aircraft arrive. Fair bit of smoke down here so far. Yeah. You short or covered? Okay, sure. Sounds good. Okay, at least we have our own fire coming down in this area. We know there's something over here. Might have been better positioned here, but we do have our own sniper teams. Not exactly something we want to get shot up nor shelled. A few seconds until close air support arrives. The enemy is bunched up over here. Would be nice if they were able to put down some cluster munitions there. That would be nice. They'll be arriving here in just a moment. Here we go. Love these guys. Very nice. Right, one heading this way. Yep, this guy is engaging over here. Excellent, excellent. Come on, a cluster bomb over here would be really nice. 30mm, yep, gonna do a good job. Oh, very nice. Yep, cluster munitions out. Looks like we dropped the bombs over here. Mirage going down. That's not good. Well, I was hoping they would have actually lasted a little bit longer there. Immobilized. That sucks. I was kind of hoping they'd be a little bit more survivable there. Looks like they flew right into the face of the enemy AFI. Okay. We are going to speed things up a little bit over here. Okay. Gonna bring the artillery down over here. Plenty of the... Right, we aren't engaging now. That's a shame. At least the sniper is able to engage. Okay, we are able to open fire. Fire all. That's a lot of smoke in this area. Yeah, seems so. They're doing a good job at it as well. Okay, at least we're able to bring down some effective artillery fire over here. Some kind of wheeled vehicle over here. Oh good, was that taken out by artillery? Okay, enemy's moving up over here. Very nice. Okay, what I'm going to do here then... Move over there. Ideally, they might be able to bring down some effective fire. In there are T-55s, I'm hoping that the artillery will be able to suppress them. Sniper's doing a good job. There we go. Took out the PT-76 moving up over here. And these guys are going to inevitably catch me there. Really? 1,500 meters, wow. I imagine the ATGM should have longer range, surely. Oof. T62s. Okay, probably better just pull back over here, really. Imperator is going to do a good job. It's just a shame that they're going to run out of the 3mm rocket launchers pretty quickly. Very nice. Just for God's sakes, don't get spotted. Right, pop smoke. There we go. Around you, spotted down here, and okay. Issue is these infantry survivors. Yeah, they've got loads of infantry, they're dead. But they're dead now anyway. Get down. That's a bunch of T-55s, that's no good for your health. Right, sniper team's down. Right, I can take these guys out. Recoilless Rylus, sorry, Recoilless Rylus? Recoilless rifle in position, that's quite good. Right, we do see the infantry over here. We should be able to deal with the average motor rifles. Okay, then moving up over here. Yep, they're about to be taken out. BTRs. Very nice. I hear an ATGM, I swear. Oh, it's a plow. Right, fire mission's now ready to fire. Open fire with the artillery. They're having a little bit of trouble there. I'm going to pop smoke just to try and give them a hand. Pull them back. Right, enemy helicopter in position. MI4. Don't know what that's firing on. I knew I had that. Ah, that makes sense now. Makes total and utter sense. Okay, that's impressive. Well, it was. Good shot there from the scout car. Heavy MG, very nice. 12.7 machine gun. Very nice gun. Ah, it's coming out there. Ah, no. Ah, no. Ah, no. Ah, no. God. Damn it. Got his rifles, doing a very good job there. Tanks moving up. Saturation by the high explosive over here. It's going to be very nice. I mean, that MI4 is going to cause me problems there. They do have these Slaughter ATGMs. They do also have the 57mm rockets. Did I just lose? Oh, God damn it. Did not expect that to happen. We took out the BTR 152 over there, but yeah. AMX is taking fire. Has that been spotted by the helicopter? Sounds like grenades. That's difficult. Right, good job over there. That's difficult to deal with. At least the MG can suppress that. Yeah, we do 2 MGs over there. The only thing is they've been lit up by the helicopter now. Not good. Definitely not good. Yeah, they're coming under heavy fire now. I'll try to pull back if able. Now might be the time to bring in the AMXs, perhaps. Though we'll see about that. Now, I'm very much like in my last minute here, so I'd like to see if the AMXs could be of use. So we'll see about that. Let's see. Taking fire, taking fire. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. That smoke really does not help us out. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you guys have really enjoyed the stream tonight. It's been fantastic. And I tell you what, I feel like I can enjoy the French more than I can other nations so far, actually. I do like the MX-30. I think it's a profoundly effective MBT, to be honest. I like the fact that it has the ability to really take out the enemy's T-55s and just T-insert model there without much in the way of issues there, really, which is quite nice. The autocannon as a coaxial is very effective, pretty good against the infantry. I can see what they were going for, really. Just obviously the only issue is it just really cannot stand out in the open. And if it can't kill immediately, it's probably going to be taken out, if not relatively soon. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this, and do let me know if you actually pick up the game and DLC yourselves down below in the comments. Thank you very much here to the developers, and thank you to Slitherine and Matrix Games. You guys can find me on YouTube at XTRG and Twitch at XTRG as well. Have a beautiful evening, and an even better day tomorrow, I should say. Game pretty late here. Happy Halloween, guys. Goodbye for now.